I'm not sure that there's any other place like this in the United States.
That is our New Mexico. Beautifully unique, quirky at times, mysterious even. This pandemic, for many reasons, has more Americans investigating what makes our land so enchanting, and many are ready to call it home. What's attracting them here?
And can we handle the projected influx still to come? And will those people still invest their talents, their ideas, and their money, of course, into a wonderful life here, regardless of the concerns that we're still working to fix in our state? That's what we are investigating in the first of this new series, Working for the Future.
New Mexico has everything we need to be the next it state.
The beauty, the landscape is beautiful everywhere, like the desert landscape, the mountain landscape.
And I think it's what it does. It kind of embraces you.
It's absolutely what embraced Sally Plunkett and her family.
So it's all just pretty natural, simple.
They've been settling into their new home in the Albuquerque area for about 6 weeks.
After living in the city for a while, I started having kind of this yearning for a more simple, slow life.
Early in this pandemic, the Plunketts were ready to get out of Portland, Oregon. Astronomical cost of living, not a lot of space, but a lot of COVID-19 cases. Their new beginning came down to Idaho or New Mexico. And we won.
The weather is pretty ideal because we found a place that almost perfectly fits like our dream home, our dream location.
This pandemic has many others considering to trade in their overcrowded, expensive, big city nightmare for our little piece of paradise. A recent study from Business Insider and Hire a Helper shows New Mexico was second in the nation for having the most people move here during the pandemic, only behind, interestingly enough, Idaho. Another study from USA Today ranked Albuquerque 14th out of the top 20 cities, seeing a boom in new residents.
It's been organized chaos.
Linda Dievlig has been a realtor in the metro for more than 25 years, and she says this influx of out-of-staters is setting records.
So we were used to a market where we had maybe 2 or 3 offers at one time, and that was like, wow, that's amazing. To have 20 or 30 where you just literally take up your dining room table trying to examine all of them.
And money is moving in with all those new Mexicans. In the third quarter of this year, home sales in the metro topped $1.2 billion, a nearly 30% increase over that time last year. Just look at October. On average, houses in the metro only stayed on the market for 5 days before going under contract. Realtors sold 36% more metro homes last month than in October 2019.
We went from an average, nice, comfortable seller's market to, oh my gosh, we don't have enough houses to sell. A different level of house was selling quicker than we've seen before. The landscape changed like overnight.
We know there's so much to love about our state. But it's kind of like a relationship when you think about it. Those new and exciting parts of New Mexico are what's attracting people here. The stuff that they're really just seeing at this point on the surface. But we know that once you've been dating somebody for a while, you kind of start to notice those, well, not so attractive qualities. So what is our state doing to find solutions to our issues so that all New Mexicans, especially those newest ones, are ready to commit? Long term.
And I think the way we get them to sink roots here is by putting our best foot forward from the very beginning.
New Mexico House Speaker Brian Egolf says this mad rush for New Mexico is on lawmakers' radars. The red flags for transplants are nothing new for us. More medical facilities and care, better education in schools, infrastructure, public safety, and the stainless steel appliances equivalent of this homebuyer wish list? Jobs and economic opportunities.
The Economic Development Department, I think, is doing a very good job of bringing companies into New Mexico, but also supporting our homegrown talent. We're finally starting to see spinoffs from the national laboratories stay here. We have some really incredibly exciting things happening with vaccine manufacturing, and that's here in Santa Fe, maybe in Albuquerque as well.
Egolf claims solutions are already in the pipeline for all our concerns, but they require money. And he says we have got to diversify how we make it.
We don't want to take one industry like oil and gas that accounts for 40% of our state revenue and then replace it with something else that's 40%, right? We want to get 10 industries that would each contribute 4%.
Investing in the film industry, biotech, clean manufacturing, and healthcare innovation are just some of the sectors he and other lawmakers see in our future post-pandemic. And you can bet recreational marijuana money will come up in this next session.
New people from different areas are going to have different demands. And so we want to make sure we're ready for that as well.
But we also have to remember what brought the Plunketts and many of us to our state in the first place. The qualities that money could never buy.
Learning the history and the culture of this area because it is so rich.
Everything here is closer, easier, calmer.
Our people, the can-do spirit that is part of being a New Mexican, it's all here.
So is the potential. We will come out of this struggle, New Mexico. We will. And if we can do it by respecting what we've built, expanding into what we need, and welcoming those who want to be part of the solution, well, we're sold. With this Working for the Future report, I'm Tessa Mentis, KOB4.